Welcome back to my channel and a very special welcome if you're new here. My name is Jen and this is Jen Clayton Beauty. We do everything beauty and makeup, and that includes testing new makeup. Because of all the advent calendars that I opened in December, as well as a couple of mystery boxes, holiday boxes, I have a lot of testing new makeup coming your way for January, February, probably into March. There are so many new products to test out, not to mention I have made a few purchases myself. But today we are going to test out all of the makeup that I have never used before from Glamlite and the Holiday Sweets Box. If you missed the unboxing of the Holiday Sweets Box, I will link that video down below for you. There were a few products that I received that I already have, and there were a few products that are exclusive to the box, and then one product I had never tried, and we're gonna test those out together today. So if you're excited, give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not, turn your bell on because I upload lots, and I mean a lot, of videos every single week. Down in the description box, I will link the Glamlite Holiday Sweets Box if it is still available. I'm not sure that it is. It typically sells out quickly, but if it's available, I'll link it. Also have my favorite beauty subscriptions, all of the makeup that I'm wearing today. If you would like to shop this look, discounts to my favorite indie brands, and come follow me on TikTok for more beauty and makeup. So let's talk about the 4 products we're testing out today, and then I'll zoom you in and we'll get started. So the first product is the Coca-Cola Glow Highlighter. Now, when this collection was released, I actually didn't purchase anything from the Coca-Cola collection, and I actually got the highlighter in my Holiday Sweets Box, which I was happy about because I love highlighter. I love Glamlite's highlighter. The packaging of this is so cute. It looks like a bottle cap, and the highlighter itself is white in the pan, but when you swatch it, it is more of a shifty pink to gold duochrome highlighter. Now, part of me kind of wishes it was white, but then I also like that it has that pinky gold shift. I'm excited to see if this is the glittery Glamlite highlighter or the more beautiful sink into the skin, natural looking highlighter. I don't love a glittery highlight. I love a scene from Space highlight, just not a glittery highlighter. So we're gonna test this out together. And then in the box, we got 3 exclusive to the Holiday Sweets Box items. Now, like I said, I don't know if these are individually available for purchase. Everything, if so, will be linked down below. But this is the Glamlite Holiday Sweets eyeshadow palette. Now, when I unboxed this, I thought this color story was cute. It's unique. I mean, really, you have 3 mattes, 6 shimmers. The 3 mattes are neutral, with the exception of the pink in the middle. And then you have 6 sparkly, some duochrome shimmers. I will tell you right off of the bat, swatching this palette, I was not that impressed with the swatches, especially the shimmer shade Sugar Plum, the purple blue in between the tan and the white. That swatched horribly. I could barely get anything from it. I had to reach into the pan multiple times, and really truly all of these shimmers are more like toppers. None of them I thought were really opaque, beautiful shimmers. So I'm very interested to see how this look is going to turn out. In addition to that, we've got a light brown and a dark brown matte. That's fine, but there's really no shimmers that go with a solely neutral look other than this white one up in the corner. The rest are definitely more purple pink leaning, but we only have 1 pink matte. So it's gonna be interesting to see what look I can create with this and what it ends up quality wise, because like I said, I don't think this palette swatched good at all. And we got 2 exclusive lip kits. Now, these I'm very excited about. First, we have the Hot Cocoa Lip Kit, and in this lip kit, we actually got a lip liner and a lip gloss. These smell just like chocolate. So yummy. I'm so excited for these. I am going to lip swatch both of these today, so we'll be able to try these out. I haven't even swatched them. I'm really excited for the hot cocoa. And then we have the cinnamon swirl, and this literally smells like a Cinnabon cinnamon roll. I'm also very, very excited for this one. It is a little bit more of that duochrome brownie pink, and it comes with a matching lip liner. And like I said, we're going to lip swatch both of these, so we'll test them out on the lips together. So let me go ahead and zoom you in, and let's get started. So I've done all of my base makeup, my brows, everything is done with the exception of my eye look, my lips, and my highlighter. So let's test out the Coca-Cola highlighter. I'm going to pick that up on my highlight brush. Ooh. Ooh, that's pretty. Yeah, that's really pretty. It's not the really glittery Glamlite highlighter. It's more of the sink into the skin. I will say that as I'm buffing it into my skin, it's not moving very much. I'm not able to really buff it in. I feel like it's just kind of sitting on my skin, even as I continue to just kind of buff it in. It's really beautiful, and I actually like that it has that pinky gold to it. I just feel like it's sitting on my skin a little bit, that it's really not sinking in very much. You can just see where I applied it originally, even though I tried to buff it in with my brush. It's just not really buffing in that well. I don't love that. Maybe once I spray my face with setting spray, that will help sink it into the skin a little bit. Actually using the Glamlite Rick and Morty setting spray right now. I'm hoping this will help just sink it in. I do actually really like this setting spray. It does have a bit of an aggressive sprayer. It does get your face fairly wet, but I just like to fan it down. I do, however, think that it is effective in sinking products into the skin. So I do think that helped a little bit to sink it into the skin. It's definitely not my favorite highlighter from Glamlite, again, just because I feel like it's sitting more on my skin than sinking into my skin. The coloring is beautiful though, and I'm glad it's not the glittery Glamlite highlighter. I just don't think it's my favorite formula. Now let's test out the Holiday Sweets palette. Like I said, I'm a little nervous about this. It did not swatch very good, but we know swatches do not tell the whole story. And I think what I'm going to do is pull in the pink matte, since the majority of these shimmers are pink leaning. So I'm going to pick up the pink matte. It's called Sugar Cookie, and I'm going to buff that into my crease. I did already prime my eyes with my MAC paint pot in Painterly. Ooh, okay, this is actually really pretty. Very, very pigmented. That was one tap into that shade. Wow, that's actually really pretty. This pink is definitely performing better on the eyes than it did in the swatches. Okay, that's really pretty. I like this pink shade a lot. And then in order to deepen up my look, I'm really limited to one matte, which is Chocolate Kisses, the neutral brown. And I'm going to place that in the outer portion, just again to add that little bit of depth. It actually looks really good. It is very pigmented. It's layering nicely over the pink Sugar Cookie. I actually think these mattes are performing better than they swatch, which is really, really good. That's why I always say that swatches don't tell the entire story. It's more how they're going to layer and perform on the eye. I'm going to go back into Sugar Cookie and just kind of blend everything out, blend out those edges. Definitely laying down some NYX glitter glue, because like I said, most of these shimmers, if not all of them, to me feel more like toppers. So I'm hoping this is going to help give me a little bit more opacity. So I think what I'm going to do is start with the shade Frosting in the middle, which is kind of the pink shifting orange gold shade. And using my finger, I'm going to apply that all over my lid, leaving this inner portion open so I can try one of the lighter, more toppery shades. Okay, this is really pretty. Wow, this is actually performing a lot better than when I swatched it. That actually looks really pretty. It's very, very sparkly. And then I'm going to use a brush and I'm going to pick up this top shade called Sweet Treat. It's kind of shifty from purple to silver with a little bit of pink. And I'm going to place that on the inner portion of my lid, just kind of pulling that over to meet the first shimmer. Now this one is not really working with a brush at all. It's definitely more toppery, but I'm going to try with my finger. Okay, that's a lot better. So using a finger works a lot better with this shade. Look at the difference between that eye and that eye, this one using my finger. I'm going to keep working with my brush just a little bit though to pack it in. I can't get my finger right on the inner corner. That's why I prefer shimmers that you can use either a brush or your finger, you know, whatever your preferred method of application is. Now that is a really, really pretty shade. I like how it added that little bit of brightness to my inner corner. For my lower lash line, I don't know if this is even going to work, but I'm going to pick up the shimmer Wonderland Cake, which is the more purpley blue leaning shimmer, and I'm going to try to buff that on my lower lash line. So I'm really having to go in multiple times to get enough opacity with this shimmer for a lower lash line. It's definitely, like I said, more of a toppery formula than an opaque formula. So I'm gonna go into the other darker purple shimmer as well and just see if I can build that up. So this shade right here is horrible. Sorry, Glamlite, but it's horrible. I can't get any color payoff. If I even dig my finger in there, I literally hardly get anything. It's more of a very, 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 very sheer topper. I mean, so sheer to the point that I don't think it really gives you any color payoff. And that's the one, honestly, that swatched the worst as well. I do not like that shade at all. So I'm going to pick up Marshmallow. We're trying this on a brush again, that white leaning shimmer. And I'm going to use that as my inner corner highlight. Okay, that's pretty. It's still toppery. It's not an opaque shimmer. It's definitely still a toppery shimmer. It does look really pretty as an inner corner highlight. So let me go ahead and do some liner and mascara. I'll be back, we'll test out the lip products, and then we'll go over my final thought. Okay, so here is my completed eye look with some liner and mascara. I definitely have some thoughts, but I wanna try out the Glamlite lip kits first. So I think what I'm going to do is start with the hot chocolate lip kit because I'm going to wear the cinnamon swirl. I just think this one will pair a little bit better with my look since I don't have a lot of brown in here. Even though brown is neutral, I just think the lighter brown kit from the cinnamon swirl might be just a little bit better with today's eye look. So first let's test out the liner. Now this is a sharpenable liner, not a twist up liner. It is nice and creamy. It's going on very easily. I am putting it on a little bit thicker to kind of partially fill in my lip since we have a lip gloss, not an actual lipstick as part of this kit, which is fine with me. It's I prefer a lip gloss anyways. Oh, it smells so good. It smells like a delicious chocolate bar. This is so pretty. I absolutely love it. I love that the lip gloss is a couple of shades lighter than the lip liner, so it really adds this pretty kind of ombre look to your lips. This lip gloss is opaque enough that you do not need a lipstick. I think what I'll do with this one is go a little bit thinner, line my lips a little thinner because really truly the lip gloss is very, very opaque. I think this color is beautiful. I can see myself wearing this a lot. I can taste the chocolate. It's not sticky. Yes. So here is hot cocoa. Let me go ahead and wipe this one off. Sadly, I really like it, and then we'll test out Cinnamon Swirl. Now for Cinnamon Swirl, like I said, I am going to go a little bit thinner with my lip liner. Ooh, this is darker than I thought. Still very creamy, went on beautifully. It's just a lot darker. I mean, it's not too much lighter than the hot chocolate, but the lip gloss looks like it has a little bit of a lighter brown to pink shift. Can you see that in the tube? See how it's a little ombre? I'm going to kind of swirl and mix this together too, just in case. That is so pretty. Oh my gosh, it's much more pinky. This is so pretty. Oh my gosh. Okay, I really like this lip kit as well. I love that this leans a little more pink than brown and that the lip liner is a darker brown because when I smush my lips together, I get this really beautiful cinnamony colored brown. Ooh, I really like this one a lot. So here is Cinnamon Swirl. Let me finish getting ready for the day. I actually just did a run. I'm doing a 5K, 10K training app. So I did my run this morning. Let me go ahead and brush out my hair. It's going right back into a ponytail and I'll be back to share my thoughts on the Holiday Sweets box and the products we tested today from Glamlite. So here is the completed look for today. Let's talk about the products we tested out. First, let's start with the highlighter. Now the packaging, 10 out of 10. They nailed the Coca-Cola packaging. Like I said, I wish this was more of an icy white highlighter. The color of the highlighter is beautiful. I just don't think it sinks into the skin that well. I feel like even with buffing it in, setting it with setting spray, it's still sitting a bit on top of my skin. I do like it. I don't love it. I don't know if it'll make it through my declutter for the year. I do think the color of it is really pretty, but I have this color of a highlighter from other brands that I feel like performs a little bit better. I didn't pick anything up from the Coca-Cola collection, and honestly, I'm not mad about it. Now the Holiday Sweets palette. Okay, let's talk about this. I think my eye look actually turned out really, really beautiful. It's very light, it's very ethereal, but it was a lot of work. Let me tell you, the mattes, first of all, the mattes blend really nicely. I feel like they blend nicely, they layer beautifully, they're opaque. It's where where I feel like this palette really falls short is the shimmers. Now, they may be set up to be toppery shades, but with that being said, this one here is awful. I will never ever reach for that shimmer again. The other shimmers that I used, I think are pretty. They're definitely light. They're definitely toppers. I don't think there's a single shimmer in here that is opaque enough to stand on its own, especially if you want that rich foiled shimmer, that really, really screams shimmer. These are definitely more sparkly, more toppery, but there's a lot of people out there that prefer that in their shimmers. I like a little bit more foiled shimmer. However, as I look at my eye look more, I really think it's beautiful. And this palette is unique to my collection in the sense that it has only 3 mattes and the shimmers are unique because I don't have a lot of palettes with toppery types of shimmers. It's not my favorite palette that Glamlite's ever released. And originally I thought I'm gonna declutter this. I'm not gonna keep it. But as I look at my eye look more, I really actually kind of like it for a little bit brighter, a little bit lighter, more ethereal look. Let me know down below, what do you think of this eye look with the little bit more toppery types of shimmers? I think the mattes, at least the 2 I used, performed beautifully. So it may end up staying in my collection. You will see when I do my eyeshadow palette ranking and declutter. You'll know whether or not I kept this palette. Right now, I'm kind of on the fence. I do think the packaging and everything is really cute, and I do actually really like my eye look. Let's talk about the Hot Cocoa Lip Kit, and actually, let's just talk about the Cinnamon Swirl. Love, love, love these. I have been in my lip gloss lip oil era. I'm not really wearing lipsticks or liquid lips as much. I'm going to be doing a massive lip declutter. These are staying. I love them both. I love the liners. They're very creamy. They're very opaque, and the lip gloss feels so good. It feels so nice on the lips, and it's opaque enough to wear on its own, to stand on its own. These to me are the stars of the Holiday Sweets Box. These are worth picking up the box because they're really, really, really good. And then it is kind of fun to have a limited edition eyeshadow palette, but the lip kits definitely steal the show. Let me know down below, did you get the Glamlite Holiday Sweets Box? What do you think of my look? What do you think of the products? Let me know down below. And if you enjoyed the video, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, turn your bell on. I will have everything linked down below for you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.